Our Lady of Lourdes Elementary School, the student choir, along with their youth group.
Up the right wing boards here for Foreman. Chips it by Van Leerp. He's down the right wing side. Foreman centers it. Sodergren on his backhand for Stevenson. He scores! A gorgeous goal by Chase Stevenson. And a terrific passing play capped off by the Warriors' 17-year-old forward. And West Kelowna has the lead. It's 1-0.
That's what I'm talking about. That's going to wake up this big crowd in Royal Lepage tonight. What a great three-way passing play. Quinn Foreman finishing off with Stevenson. Unbelievable.
Are the Grizzlies. Quick pass in front. Drayson Pears denied. That a nice save there. Coming off the stick of an opportunity there for the Grizzlies. Now back the other way of the Warriors and a chance for Sodergren. That's denied there on that quick chance. Head on the right wing. Mokatari right circle shot stopped there by the goaltender Morency. You really got to watch number 9 and white, Kayvon Mokatari, because he has got wheels. Head for Tilsley. Walks back in across the line. Leaves there for Russell. Puck in his skates. He got it back in the slot. Russell on his backhand. Cuts to the goal. Oh, he tried to center it there, and he jams it in. John Russell jams the puck in from the top of the crease, and the Warriors have the lead. It's 2-0.
I think that's what you call a little bit of puck luck there, Trevor. That puck seems to just keep finding the Warrior players. At one point in time, it looked like Russell had lost the puck. It came back to him, then he lost it again. You know, some nights you just don't have the luck, and some nights you do, and you know, maybe it's tonight. And like I said, hopefully in front of a big crowd like this, great way to start.
Puck to the left wing, trying to pinch it in. There's Van Leerp now down low, pick up. Oh, what a save! Morency with the left pad. My goodness, what a stop! As Pickup found his man down low. Pickup's got a break. Moving in, Cole Pickup. He scores on the glove side on the backhand. Morency out of his goal to slow the puck there. He gave it away. Now centering, and they score. Lucas Clark on a giveaway from behind the goal, and a miscommunication there by the Warriors behind the net. Head across the blind. Sterling in the right circle. Tried to make a move around Clayson, but lost the puck as that goes right in on the goaltender. Dubois in on side into the right point. Holds, tried to send that cross ice. He fanned on the pass, but he gets it back. Right corner, back down low. Had Dollywall on the side at the blocker side, and he's unable to convert. Great pass there by Dubois. Left wing for Gordon. Through the middle here for Tilsley. Tilsley walks in right wing side. Tamaris right circle, and he rang the post on the glove side, and Tamaris got it back, or Tilsley got it back. Threw it toward net. Saved by the goaltender Ream, and we've got a hooking penalty coming up. It looks like it's going to come here to Victoria. Across the blind, Harrison. Cross ice on the right wing. Dubois. Top of the right circle. Holding here. Tried to go back door to Dollywall. Denied there by Tony Ream. Clayson with some open ice. Walks in left wing circle. Stopped and held by Tony Ream. Nice individual effort there by Stephen Clayson as Tilsley gets involved in front of the goal with Cody Van Leerop, the Victoria captain. Sodergren walks in left wing side. He's got Epp in front, tipped it just wide on the glove side. Sodergren at the left point. Now it's Foreman, right wing side walking in. Clayson with a shot that stopped and held by Ream with 6 seconds to go. Finson now walks in the left wing, sends it around the boards to the right wing corner. Loosen with that to the line, and Stevens can't get a shot up at the end of the period, as that'll do it for 2 periods of play here.
I wish you a happy belated birthday, Coach. I know you're not happy about that, but oh well. Secondly, one more regular season game after tonight. Now, do you prepare your team differently going into the playoff round? You really don't know who you're playing as yet?
Well, the first goal obviously is to make the playoffs. I've said many times that this is one of the best divisions in junior hockey, and our goal from day one is always to make the playoffs. So now that we've made the playoffs, we'll just continue to kind of move forward here, and then we'll have a whole week to prepare for whoever we're going to play. It could be one of 3 teams here yet, so we'll try to just worry about the second period here tonight.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Coach. Let's give a big hand to Coach Ryland Furster.
15:50 to go in the third period. 2-2 the score. Stevenson carries it on left wing. Tries to dangle around his man and floated up and over the goal. Tied up there with Pears in the right wing corner. Stephen Clayson behind his goal, and taken down was Jared Marino behind the net, and then Marino got a skate to the face after that from Drayson Pears. And hopefully Marino's okay. He's behind the net. He's yet to get up. That carries it on right wing here for West Kelowna. Stops up the right half wall. Mostet to his knee. Back to the right point. It goes for Clayson. His shot right on. And Ream the save it as he hangs on with 9 seconds to go. Points, so Clayson has to take this to neutralize. He turned it over. Here's Lucen back. In backhander, stopped by Morency as he got it with the glove shoulder. And it's won by Clark, now walking out left circle. Shot by Thompson, held and covered by Gabriel Morency, who's made 33 saves on 35 shots. Poured it in across the blue line on the right wing half wall, cutting to the goal, and from the right circle, put it in on net. Sodergren trying to pitch this free. Clark in there as well. Stevenson came out with a chance on the blocker's side that Ream made a save on. Wow, that was a great chance by Stevenson that went unabated. Back the other way comes Clark on right wing. Centered in front, cleared out by Marino. And to the left wing it goes. And hold, shoots, deflected on save. Rebound loose in front, and Ream finds that and hangs on for the whistle. Pins it up against the end boards here with 1:45 to go in the overtime. And brought ahead by Jamie Rome from his own zone. Rome ahead on right wing here for Van Leerup. Van Leerup across the blue line, makes a move, and he lost the puck, and then he took down Morency, and a penalty coming to the Victoria defender. And here for Clayson. He moves to the midpoint. Stephen Clayson to the top of the right circle. Foreman now for Clayson. Left wing side, Stevenson. Walks in left circle. Stevenson back door looking for Foreman. Puck loose in front. Chipped wide rebound. Back behind the goal goes Sodergren trying to send it in. Puck is still loose behind Ream. It's loose. Stevenson scores! Chase Stevenson! And now we got a melee in behind the Victoria goal. As Stevenson put it in on the glove side, it was a wrestling match on the blocker side between Clayson and the Victoria defender. But the West Kelowna Warriors look like they have won the hockey game.
Chatting with head coach of the West Kelowna Warriors, Rylan Furster, here after a big 3-2 overtime win over the Victoria Grizzlies. A lot of talking points after this hockey game, Rylan, but first and foremost, what are your first thoughts after a very hard-fought victory for your hockey club?
Well, I thought it was a really good hockey game by both sides. Obviously, you got a really good team over there. I mean, there's a reason why they're in first place. There's no weak links over there. They're good in every area. And it was a playoff type atmosphere in here. Obviously, we had a really good crowd here, and I thought both teams played hard. I didn't think it was chippy or anything after the whistle. I mean, that's a team that can skate really good over there. That's one of the best skating teams I think we've seen all year, and they have some good structure and work hard. And I give our kids a lot of credit here tonight. We only had 3 really regular D playing, and short staffed, and it got to 2-2 there, and the ice was starting to tilt a little bit even more, and we kind of held it together. And I don't know if they're happy they got a point or not. We're certainly happy we got 2. So I thought it was a good hockey game.
Come into the week, you have 4 or 6 points out of 2 very tough teams, especially after the loss they had in Penticton last night. But I want to ask you about your defense tonight. You kind of alluded to it there. What kind of a performance do you commend your defense there? As you mentioned, 3 basically regular D. Jared Marino slotted in on defense. I thought he did a pretty good job there for a forward playing back. But a guy like Stephen Clayson, really just a horse on the back end tonight.
Well, yeah, we knew, probably for the 60 minutes we wanted either Clace or Harry on the ice all the time, and those kids did a great job. And yeah, I thought Jared looked pretty comfortable back there. I was laughing with him before the game. His brother comes here as a defenseman, and we convert him into a forward, and said to Jared, well, maybe we'll convert you from a forward to a D-man. But I thought Jonas Gordon did a good job back there too. And I mean, when you only have 5 like that, I thought those kids did a good job. And I thought the guys up front really came back hard and came back deep. And I know the shots were tilted that way, but I know the chances were very close after 2, so I don't think they're much different after 3. And it's been a difficult week, obviously, I think, with some of the stuff that's come out, or of course for our guys too. They were talking, I know they were kind of going to be excited there about the decals being put on all the city trucks. I was sort of excited about it too, and it gets shot down there, of course. And I just wanted to say, like, our team is the West Kelowna Warriors. It's funny, the councilman that votes against it, and everyone has the right to do whatever they want there, but says he's a big fan of what we are. I just want to tell him we're not the West Side Warriors, we're the West Kelowna Warriors. I don't know if you're such a big fan and you don't know your team's name.
Gabriel Morency, big performance tonight. I know the second goal isn't a pretty one, obviously miscommunication behind the goal, but he really shut the door after that, made a save of the year, it seemed like, on Nathan Lucen right in front in the first period when the game was still 2-1. Big performance out of him with 40 saves tonight.
Well, yeah, I don't think, the shots were indicative of the chances, but I mean, all you can ask of your goalie, and certainly at this time of year, is to give you a chance to win. And any goalie who keeps it under 2, is giving you a chance to win. And yeah, I thought he made a couple good saves in the third as well. And again, when he gives you a chance to win, that's his only job.
Lastly, now I want to ask you about the atmosphere here tonight. A great crowd here in this building. The Warriors seem to have great jump off the start. They picked up 2 goals in the opening 11 minutes of the game, and really seemed like this crowd was into it all night. So a tremendous crowd here at RLP tonight.
It was amazing. I haven't felt like this since since playoffs last year in our playoff run. What a jump! What a atmosphere. Such a wonderful building when it's packed, and it was and it was a great game. We just hope we can get some more fans out. Of course, we're trying to rally here. I don't think it's a secret here, and treated to a game like this tonight, fast-paced skating. I thought there was some good hits. It was a clean game, nothing rough at all. I thought both goalies played well. So a great night here.
Appreciate it always. Thanks, Rylan.
Thanks, my pleasure.
With Warrior forward Chase Stevenson after a big 3-2 victory here on home ice for the Warriors tonight. And Chase, 2 goals in the hockey game tonight. Obviously the big one in overtime. Take us through the OT winner for you there. A huge scramble in the crease, but you're able to find the puck and put it in on the glove side.
Yeah, I think we drew up a play right before that happened, and then the scramble in front wasn't drawn up, but it was good. Soder actually yelled at me that the puck was there, and I was lucky just to tap it in. It felt great to win it that way.
Big game for your hockey club, especially with the amount of injuries that your team's going through right now. Really short on the back end tonight. That give more onus on your guys' presence up front to back check more, to stay back a little more, knowing that you're going to have a tired defense throughout the whole game?
Yeah, I think so. Before the game we talked, everybody had to contribute, and I think everybody stepped up tonight, and that's why we got the win. It was big to contribute on the back end. Jared Marino did a great job back there, normally a forward. So that was awesome for us, and it was great everybody contributed.
How tired are you after tonight's game with the amount that your line with Quinn Foreman and Connor Sodergren was played, and you guys were out there a lot, but in high pressure situations? And are you starting to feel more comfortable now at the junior A level with a few games under your belt now?
Yeah, I think I've been progressing a little bit lately, and I think it's just due to playing with 2 great guys in Sodergren and Foreman, and also getting comfortable. And I think that's why I'm doing better than I was lately, just getting more comfortable and adjusting.
Lastly, now I want to ask you about the crowd here tonight. Did you guys notice it on the ice? Early on, this place was rocking. You get a goal 3:11 into the game. Crowd's going crazy, 2-0 lead. Unable to keep that 2-0 lead, but then score the overtime winner. How much of an atmosphere did this crowd provide for you guys here tonight?
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. We definitely noticed as players. It brings us up after they scored 2 goals. The crowd starts yelling, they start chanting, and that's what gets us going. I think they play a big part in the role, and the community's really stepped up lately, and I think if that continues, we'll continue to do well.
Appreciate your time for this. Thanks, Chase, on the big overtime victory, the 2 goals tonight, and always nice to see you contribute out there, and a big win for you guys.
Yeah, thank you.